Hey guys, Cameron Laughlin here. I'm going to show you today how to cut leather straight. Seems a little hard at first. I prefer using a utility knife, which I have right here. But the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and make some lines on the side of the leather here. I'm going to mark it just so I know exactly where I'm going to cut. So I'm going to start off with my steel square. By the way, I bought this off Tandy Leather Factory. It's just a ruler basically with a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to mark it a half an inch on this side of the hide right here, and then on this side I'm going to mark as well at half an inch. Now that I have two marks on the side of my hide, I'm going to go ahead and take my steel ruler, I'm sure you've probably seen one of these before, and mark a line. Now there's many ways to cut a hide straight, and there's people with plow gauges and different kinds of tools you can use, but ultimately I like using this method here, and I'll show you in a second how I do that. This is new buck leather, by the way. It's 6 ounces, which isn't the thickest leather out there you'll see. I typically use veg tan, and this is a good method for veg tan, making a straight line, cutting a straight line on veg tan. So you see I'm using a pen here just to mark the line where I'm going to be cutting. And now, since I only have a small cutting board here, I'm going to have to do this little by little. So I don't know what size cutting board you have, but I don't want to mark up my table, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And that cutting board, by the way, I got off Tandy Leather Factory as well. You can find it there. So now that I have my cutting board underneath, I'm going to bring out my steel square again, and I find this thing handy. Now, I'm not using the big steel ruler that you saw before this one here for this. I just feel like I have more control with this small ruler. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. And then I'm going to start cutting, and I'm going to do that using my utility knife again. This is a special utility knife, so make sure you don't buy just any old utility knife. You want to get one made for cutting leather, and make sure the blade's really sharp. So we're going to start here from the top, applying some pressure and moving straight down the side of the ruler here. And usually I do a couple passes actually. So that was my first. Here's my second. Sometimes it takes 3 for me to cut the leather all the way through, but you can kind of hear less friction on that last cut because you realize the leather is already cut. Let's just finish the top. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to move the ruler down, I should say the hide down this way, and we're just going to keep cutting and do this little by little, because once you have a straight edge, then you can cut straps or whatever you want using a strap cutter. Maybe you have a strap cutting machine if you're a little more sophisticated. But this just helps you get the straight cut down the side that you really need to do straps or belts. Okay, let's do this again. Now that I've gone through once, I can go through it again twice. That one felt like a good cut. All right, it's going to need one more. All right, so now we're going to keep passing. Well, you know what? Before we do that, let's make sure this is nice clean cut down the side here. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep moving the hide down. And let's see where we go. Okay. Looks like we can finish it on this cut. So let's start from the top. And 1. Can do it again. 2. You notice I'm applying medium pressure. I think ultimately you can push a little harder than I am, but I just want to make sure that I'm being really careful because it's important to have this straight line down the side of your hide. And here we go. Yeah, so we finished the edge here. You can see how straight this is. Thanks for watching.